Hi all, welcome back to the channel. Today in this video we are going to learn how we can get height and width of an element using Playwright and Python. So let's see that. So for that I'm going to use this website sosdemo.com, and here I'm just trying to get the height and width of this login button. That's it. So let me first inspect it, and let's copy this value. I'm trying to create the locator for this login button, so I can take this login value and let me go to PyCharm, and here I have already, let me clear this console. Yeah, so here I have already created one template file. So this is a test get height and width, and here I have just copied this sample code like page.go to sourcedemo.com. So we are just trying to navigate to this web page, right? And next we are now next line we can create the locator. So for this login button, and here it should be page dot I can take this get by text, and let me copy paste this login. So we have created the login button locator, and next we have to, now the next thing is like we how do you get this height and width, right? So login button dot, if you give a dot, you can see like there are lots of methods. So one of the methods we are going to use, that is here it is, I think. Where is it? Did I miss it? Let me type bounding box. Yeah, this one. So this should return one attribute called box. Okay, so it is returning one I mean not attribute, but it's returning the object called box. You can see, I mean, type or something like that, what it is there. So you can see this method returns the bounding box of an element, right? And if the element is not visible, the bounding box is calculated relative to the main frame viewport, which is usually the same as the browser window. Okay, so do not have to worry about these things or lots of things. So there are many things you can do. You can read this thing here, like you can get the width, you can get the height, also you can get the x coordinate or x-axis, where, I mean, in the x-axis where it is exactly, and the y axis we can print it, right? So these things it's doing, and it's actually you can give also timeout, and yeah. So that's the simple thing. You can just see it, the description. And one more thing, like, okay, it's the locator, it's that's fine. So login button dot bounding box, you get this box reference, and so using this box reference, what you can do, you can just type box, and then to use this height, and that's what they have mentioned, right? So you can go here and check once more. Yeah, box, and this, so you can see element dot bounding box, you get this box, and then you have to use like this. So they've seen like page dot mouse dot click also, I mean, uh, by this way you can actually get the exact coordinate of your locator. So for example, there is a site where you are not able to get the locator of any element. Okay, in that case you can try this approach, like this is actually giving the locator of that element, or not the locator but exactly the position. Okay, it's not the locator, it's giving you the position of the element, exactly where it should click. So it is actually trying to click on this, on that element, whatever element it is. It may be maybe a link, it may be a text box, so it's just trying to click on it. So this is the sample code they have given. So we are just taking this part, right? And next we are trying to print this thing, or we can write like height. So we can write like in the if string height of login button is, and then we can give this thing. So we are using f string formatting. And what is the width, right? So that's also we can give width of the element, sorry, login button. Width. So let's create it. So let's try to print it. Make sure you're giving -s for printing the values in the console, and next we're giving headed for non-headless execution, and finally we're giving the file name, so that is under miscellaneous test underscore get height and width. Let's run it. Let's see whether it's printing the height and width of that element. Okay, you can see it's actually giving you this height and width of the element. And in the next video we are going to see how we can click on this login button. Okay, this login button without uh, getting the locator of this button. Okay, that's one thing we can do. Even, I mean, actually we have to get the locator, right? Without getting locator you cannot click on it. So that thing is not possible, but the thing is like you can actually, because you need this locator button, right? Then only you are getting this box, and then you are actually getting this thing, height and width, and then you are clicking some part. So I mean, maybe it can be a use case where maybe you have one section where you are getting the locator, but within that you might not be able to get the locators. In that case, this approach can be that one they have shown in the bounding box method here, that can be useful, like using the mouse action. So maybe if I get some use case, I will create another video using this one. Okay, so hope you I mean, see, they are also giving this text, you can read it. Assuming the page is static and it is safe to use bounding box coordinates to perform, um, it is safe to use bounding box coordinate to perform input. For example, the following snippet should click the center of the element. That's it. Okay, so if there is any something is like this kind of use case, like you get element but you need to click on the exact center of the element, or maybe some like in the left part of the element or in the right part of the element, in that case you can try this approach. Normally we do not get this kind of use case, so that's fine, but we should know like how to get the height and width of the element, so it might be required in some cases. So thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye.